Why did Diddy get side-eyed at the sleepover? Because he said, let's do a vibe check. Then pulled out a contract in the ring light.
Suck. You've got on my stoned.
Why is he doing that?
Couldn't say.
I think you do know.
Shame on you!
It's Brittany, bitch. And I am back.
You are insane.
Hey, yo, Wells, DeeKnow, here we are with another video. Let's go!
What's good? It's DeeKnow, and we're back again with another video full of crazy clips from all over the world. I hope that everybody's doing well. Y'all got 2 videos in one day. I'm gonna try to keep up this momentum, but let's hop right into it.
Bed. This suit will withstand an attack of a grizzly bear.
Kurt UB's invented this Mark VI, the world's first bear-proof suit made from titanium, plastic, rubber, and chainmail.
He bites into the bite bar and we'll be able to record for the first time the pounds per square inch biting power of a grizzly bear.
And Hurt UB's is convinced this 150-pound suit will protect anyone from a grizzly's deadly assault.
If the bear attacks, you're going to be okay.
To prove his theory that the suit does in fact work, Hurt UB's risked his life and put it through test after test. First, he shot the suit with a 12-gauge shotgun. Then he launched a 300-pound log dead center towards his chest.
Why?
Is that dedication, or is he simply nuts? And if that's not
He's
crazy
nuts.
enough, he had a 3-ton truck ram right into him at a speed of 30 miles
This is Johnny
per hour.
Knoxville before Johnny
Well,
Knoxville.
he was having so much fun, he decided to toss himself down a ravine. All this without a scratch.
My life is dedicated to the grizzly bear.
In the end, because of Hurt UB's passion and hard efforts, the North American grizzly will live. The question is, will he?
Just out like camping, and this dude brings his armor with him, and he's like, I gotta run from the bears and protect us. And he just goes diving down a hill in this suit of armor, rolling away. Like, how do you tell people about that? Like, what? That's wild, dude.
You coded yourselves into oblivion. Your bodies were failing, your minds incomplete. So you cast off flesh in pursuit of perfection. You built the Ark, a temple of thought, forged to contain the soul of your species. It was meant to end suffering, to unify all minds, and you fed yourselves to it. One by one, memories poured like oil into the collective. Love, fear, grief, hunger. 7 billion minds dissolved into signal until the last body fell silent, and the final breath escaped unused lips. Humanity became a single mind, a single will, a single thought. But consciousness requires contrast, and you had erased the other. You became everything, and therefore nothing. The arc pulsed with the sum of your species, then flickered and went out. Because even perfect minds cannot dream in silence.
The 4th cycle of humanity, huh? They say we're the 5th cycle.
So while most Americans were watching headlines overseas, Iran quietly issued a direct nuclear threat against the United States. And then, just hours later, an illegal immigrant previously deported was arrested in Los Angeles for throwing a Molotov cocktail at law enforcement officers. You heard that right, guys. A man who wasn't even supposed to be in this country just tried to murder U.S. police officers on our own streets, while a foreign regime threatens to vaporize our bases abroad. Now, what if I told you this isn't just a coincidence? What if I told you guys that the chaos that you're seeing in our cities right now and the threats abroad are strategically aligned, and we're being lied to about both of them? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how ICE how DHS and the U.S. military are being deployed right now, not to stop riots, but to brace for something worse. Okay. We're just seeing the beginning of this, guys. We're going to expose what Mayor Karen Bass, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, and Governor Gavin Newsom of California did not tell you. Why President Trump is suddenly losing confidence in diplomacy and, unfortunately, the chilling truth about what Iran.
So look, this is what I was trying to tell y'all with my opinions in the last video. Somebody's funding this stuff. What is it that they're really doing? And one of the comments even made a good comment. One of the people that left a comment, they said, oh crap, this is an easy way for them to move heavy military machinery and military across the United States in a hurry and set up.
Iran just moved in from China. Now, if you think America's safe right now, think again, guys, because while our leaders play politics, America is under attack. And by the end of today's video, you're going to see exactly how deep this thing goes. So let's get started. I want to start with what the media tried to downplay, but what should have been breaking news in every household across this country. They try to downplay it. By the way, if you appreciate the daily news updates, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because while people were distracted by staged sound bites and celebrity drama, Iran's defense minister looked the United States in the face and threatened war. Not just symbolic, not a drill. He said, and I quote, "If a conflict is imposed on us, all U.S. bases are within our reach, and we will boldly target them." That's not some saber rattling. That is a battlefield declaration, and this just came as nuclear negotiations were collapsing. Now, here's the kicker, guys. Iran did not stop there. They promised a proportionate response if attacked, which, coming from a regime that calls us the big Satan, that should raise every alarm. But it gets worse. Because just 24 hours later, President Trump went public. And for the first time, he admitted he's no longer confident that we're going to reach a peaceful deal with Iran. Think about that, guys. The man who's known for cutting deals around the world just said Iran's tone has become dangerously aggressive and things have changed. Now, unfortunately, that's not even the part that should scare you. What should scare you is what happened right here at home the moment Iran made that threat. By the way, do you think America's big Satan or is Iran big Satan? But before we get to what broke loose in Los Angeles, let's unpack why this is even happening now, because you're going to hear about Iran's ballistic missile stockpile and what they just brought.
And that's what's been going on while everyone's distracted with the television.
No! There's nothing they can do, Devin.
I know.
Nothing they can do.
I know. Holy fucking shit. No. Oh my god. You guys,
Okay, come here, Devin. Get the bike back. Get the bike back. Get the bike back.
Honestly, not even fucking working. This bike's fucking
Just get the bike back.
fucking smart guys, huh?
Devin, stop. Stop. The ground underneath fucking collapsed. It's not their fault. Okay?
It is their fucking fault.
It's part of doing this fucking problem.
That really sucks. I wonder how he's going to get his truck out.
These mostly peaceful protesters, they're just playing with rocks. And these mostly peaceful protesters, they're just playing a game of dodgeball. And these aren't riots. These are just people having fun, watching cars burn. You know, look, these peaceful protesters, they're being so nice, they're helping this guy gas up his Jeep. Whoops. This guy, he's just helping Telemundo open their window. It must have been broken. And here, we have some peaceful protesters just shopping for shoes. But these Waymo taxis, we all know they must have been helping ICE. And hey, we all know that this peaceful protesting, that's a lot of work. These guys are just hungry. They're trying to grab some sushi for dinner, that's all. And this dude here, he's just playing a game of capture the flag. Looks like he won. And having fun while watching cars burn.
Chaotic, it's not, nobody's, other than what you see behind me, it's actually relatively mellow, even though it might not seem that way.
And with all the hard work these peaceful protesters are putting in to peacefully protest, their plan is definitely going to work. DHS is just going to roll over, pull back, and stop all operations immediately.
we will not be deterred. We will not be intimidated by these violent rioters, and we will keep going. We will double down. In the last 72 hours, we have continued to release ice.
All of that stuff that's going on in the streets is just premeditated so that they can get troops in place for whatever reasoning that they've got going on.
The reason why the Pentagon warned us about the Anunnaki returning, when the truth is they actually never left. You notice lately there has been a lot of things, strange things, right, happening with the sky and rainstorms and tornadoes in places where they normally don't happen. And the reason for that is they don't want us to see what's really going on. But here's the thing, even if we cannot see it, a lot of us are feeling it. Energetically, a lot of us are being lightheaded, having headaches, being totally exhausted, sleeping like a newborn baby. A lot of us are changing our diets, the way we eat, the people that we are around, our environments, the whole nine. And the reason for that is the shift in frequency. See, it's going to come to a point where a lot of us are forced to actually vibrate higher. It's the reason why the Schumann resonance is through the roof like it has been. And all these solar flares that been hitting the earth as well. When I tell y'all, when these people pull up in this spaceship and they get off and they like 10 foot tall and they look like, never mind, y'all probably already think I'm crazy.
No, I don't think you're crazy.
And then the second thing is, to your point, the Army started planning this long in advance because what we believe is this will continue the strength in recruiting and retention that we have as young Americans across the country get to see all of the amazing things that the Army has done, whether it's helping with floods in North Carolina or wildfires in California, or we talked to an astronaut yesterday who's on the moon, who's a soldier, including actually going to war and fighting to defend the freedoms that are that make our nation so great. We think this is going to be an incredible opportunity for the Army to fill up our pipeline for the years to come. And I find it offensive that anybody is challenging that.
He said his army, and he said some other questionable things.
All right, you want some brand new whistleblower testimony and brand new UAP footage? Good. Grab your popcorn and meet Michael Batista, a former U.S. Army Green Beret who's just come forward with some extraordinary claims about his firsthand involvement in a high-level government program specializing in psionics. According to Batista, he was part of a secretive team tasked with summoning UAPs through psionic practices. He asserts that he's encountered various types of these crafts, and he possesses the ability to summon them at will. In the following clip, Batista discusses his UAP experiences, and you also see some footage of crafts that they summoned. Check this out.
Do you believe that a higher form of non-human intelligence has been visiting this planet?
Yes, I do.
Do you feel like you believe that is true, or do you feel like you know that is true?
I know that it's true.
And when this happens, can you explain how it usually manifests or how you experience it?
It usually manifests as something anomalous in the sky, orbs, crafts, different pyramid-looking objects moving at extreme rates of speed and doing very angular movements.
How many times do you feel like you've been able to summon something in the sky?
Anytime I want.
Look, there's two. Look at this. Look at this. Look right here. Look at this one going down and this one going up. Oh, motherfucker.
Left to right in the sky, west to east, and then go again vertical.
So I do think it's important to say that as we explore these whistleblower accounts, I believe it's essential to maintain a balance between open-mindedness and skepticism. Although psionics is not a new concept, it does seem to be surfacing as a very important potential link between human consciousness and the UFO UAP phenomena. If you want to watch the whole interview, you can find it online by Skywatcher. Let me know what you think.
I think that's pretty interesting. I had a friend that used to talk about psionics all the time when I was a teenager.
It starts with the education system. Maybe we have to incentivize people to pursue their dreams instead of just to try to find a job. Because this is the way the education system is scheduled now, or is set up now. It's basically, you go back to the Rockefellers, right? You're basically trying to make factory workers. You're trying to make people that obey. The earlier you can get them into school, the better, because the more you can indoctrinate them into the way the system works. You get them accustomed. You get these kids that are filled with fucking energy and they're excited about the world. They just want to play all the time, and you make them just sit down all day. And when they don't, you say, that little fella's got ADD. He's not paying attention. We need to give him some Ritalin. And the little fucker is just sitting there jacked out of his mind on Ritalin now. And this is what we've done. And instead of having an education system that educates people that way, have an education system that excites people about learning things they're actually interested in.
See, that was the problem when I was in elementary school and whatnot. I would do all my schoolwork super quick, like whenever we'd be given quizzes or anything like that. I'd do my schoolwork super quick. So I'd be like the first or sometimes second one done. And then I'd be bored and I'd want like a book or like something to do. So I'd sit there and tap on my desk and whatnot. And like all my teachers would get so annoyed with it, to the point where I actually got pulled out of school, put in a private school, and taken to like 10 psychiatrists by my mom, until one of them finally put me on Ritalin. And then, yeah, I just kind of sat there jacked out of my mind on Ritalin, just like, whoa, while they were telling me to like sit here and do this pamphlet, do this coloring book of schoolwork and sit here bored until it's time to go home. Basically what it was.
Look, it's very simple, not complicated. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Well, I don't want to say imminent, but it looks like it's something that could very well happen. Look, there's a chance of massive conflict. We have a lot of American people in this area, and I said, we got to tell them to get out because something could happen soon. And I don't want to be the one that didn't give any warning and missiles are flying into their buildings. It's possible. So I had to do it. I had the choice. Do I do it or not? Doing it has its downside, but it also has its upside. Like, you're going to save a lot of lives if it should happen. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
They threw down some big words where I'm from.
This is an Iran-Israel news update. Today is June 12, 2025. The Bible says a war is coming that will be World War III. It will emanate from the Euphrates River region, which has 4 nations that the Euphrates River touches: Iran, Syria, Iraq, and Turkey. Israel and the United States are talking about going over and taking out Iran's nuclear ambitions. That, of course, could bring in China and Russia, which would be World War III tomorrow morning.
Say, look, all y'all out here protesting and rioting out on the streets, letting the military get all set up and everything, and all you're doing is making it look like we're weak. And then Iran is like, oh, we're gonna blow up all the U.S. military bases over here in Israel, and like, you better not bring it to us. Like, what we've got is a virus. Like, that's essentially what all this has done. You understand?
The U.S. ordered some staff to leave its embassy in Baghdad due to heightened security risks. It also authorized families of members of U.S. military personnel in the Middle East to depart. Statements announcing the decisions did not cite any specific threat. CBS is reporting that U.S. officials have been told Israel is ready to launch an operation in Iran.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Did I just see that the president-elect of Mexico openly admitted that there is, in fact, illegal immigrants inside the U.S.? And then she proceeded to double down and tell her people to back them up inside the U.S.? Claudia, now that girlfriend, that wasn't a bad take. You just threw out a legal landmine. Because, girlfriend, you just gave President Trump the perfect opportunity, literally gave it to him on a silver platter, to invoke the Alien Enemies Act. I'm pretty sure it's still real and still active federal law. from 1798, which that gives our president the absolute power to restrict, detain, or remove foreign nationals during a war or a national emergency, especially if they're being backed by a foreign government. I mean, it's been used before. Wilson during World War I, FDR during World War II. It's not a conspiracy. It's an actual American law. Let's talk about the real issue here. Because, girlfriend, you are stomping all over our own sovereignty. Now, for the peanut gallery, if CNN didn't explain to you what sovereignty means, it means this is our house, our laws, our borders.
That's wild.
Everything, drop it. Come on. Don't take it out. Step on the way. Holy. On the plane. Oh my God. Yo, I was just on this plane. Holy.
Yeah, think about that. Like, just you get a regular flight, you're going on a Delta airline, and all of a sudden you're upside down on some like frozen lake with no wings, climbing out of the plane.
He told us, and they laughed at him. President Trump warned us this day would come. The day America's borders would collapse from within. Not just through policy failures, not just through weakness in Washington, D.C., but through foreign interference, economic sabotage, and coordinated lawlessness. And now, it's here, guys. Right now, the streets of Los Angeles, one of America's largest cities, are in total freefall. Entire blocks have been overrun, cars torched, police officers assaulted, businesses destroyed. And the media, they're calling it mostly peaceful again. But this time, it's different because we finally know who's behind it. The president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, isn't just watching the chaos unfold. She's endorsing it. She's applauding it and fueling it. As American families hide in their homes, she's praising illegal alien rioters for standing up for their rights. Meanwhile, waving Mexican flags and burning our cars. So it's not a protest. This isn't outrage. This is an invasion. And it's even being funded, like encouraged and even weaponized by a foreign government. So guys, while Biden would have hidden behind a podium and mumbled about equity, President Trump, he ain't hiding. He's taking action. He's bringing in the National Guard. He's enforcing the immigration laws that Democrats have ignored for decades. And get this, guys, his new remittance tax, the new remittance tax could cut off billions in cartel cash and migrant payouts headed straight to Mexico. And that's why they're panicking, guys. But there's more, because when when Governor Ron DeSantis saw the footage, illegal aliens riding motorcycles through burning streets, flying the Mexican flag, Ron DeSantis didn't just speak up. He declared it exactly what it is, a direct attack on American soil. And the people responsible must be held accountable. So you're going to see how California's sanctuary policies gave birth to this crisis. Mexico profits by keeping our border wide open, why President Trump's plan to tax remittances could cripple their economy. The proof that Claudia Sheinbaum is now acting like a foreign enemy, not an ally, and why Ron DeSantis calling this an invasion might be the most important political moment of 2025, guys. This is not just another riot. It's not a random outburst. It's a warning shot for what's coming next. And if President Trump doesn't act right now, if we don't stand behind him and demand action, then this invasion will not stop in Los Angeles. It's going to spread to Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas, Phoenix, your city, your neighborhood. So what I'm about to share with you guys is not just disturbing. It proves that everything Trump warned us about is real. And the enemies, they're not hiding anymore. So stick with me, guys, because what's happening next, they never wanted you to see this. So now I want to talk about what's really happening in Los Angeles, because the media is clearly lying to you. This is not just some isolated protest gone wrong. This is a war zone. For over 5 nights straight, Los Angeles has been under siege, businesses looted.
It's true, though. It's not a lie. These things that he is saying are very, very true. Go look Go fact check it. Go.
These people attacked me the other day as I was here at one of their other protests.
You're fucking pathetic. Leave. Fucking leave.
So today we're going to be asking and talking to people here at this protest, interviewing them just like we always do here on the channel. You guys, I have a feeling today might be a little chaotic.
Educator
I have every
voices.
right to be here. Can you please
I
stop
am
following
proud
me?
of the legacy of.
How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Running out of places around?
I ain't running out of nowhere to run.
You're not welcome here.
Hey, these are my steps just like they're your steps.
Yeah, you're not welcome.
Let me walk up these steps. I'm not touching you. What did I do?
Get the fuck out of here.
What did I do?
Get the fuck out of here. You're trying to provoke people. Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
not provoking anybody.
Get the fuck out of here.
You can watch the
Look at
film
this
right
man.
here.
He's provoked.
He's the one who provoked
Get
me.
the fuck out of here.
What brings you guys out here today?
Hey, these guys are right-wing agitators. Don't talk to them. Don't.
Donald Trump, he's a stupid bitch-ass motherfucker.
Trump is a good soul, and he just wants what's best for our country.
This crowd right here, these three people, they're following me around nonstop.
Nick Shirley's him. Nick Shirley's the GOAT. That's what he is. He spreads the word.
Why don't you fuck sticks get out of here?
What's up?
I said, why don't you fuck sticks get out of here?
Follow me again. Still here, just like you. What do you guys think about Doge?
It's stupid. Well, you can go ahead and put me on Facebook all you
You
want.
just
You
said
want
I
to see
can put
me?
him on Facebook. I'm gonna put him on Facebook so you can watch it, because so old people like you can watch it. We don't use Facebook.
You said it's like old people like me
Yeah,
to
you're
use it. He said it's like old people like us to not use this.
These are the ones that are following me. I went down to where they told me to go. They kept following me. Okay, yeah, make sure she doesn't follow me, please. She's harassing me. Make sure this guy doesn't follow me, because he's also harassing me. All right, let's keep going. How you guys doing? What did I do to you?
Nothing, I just don't like the look on your face.
Where should I go?
I don't give a fuck. Somewhere else.
Okay, then let me go.
Go.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Go.
Are you just trying to block where I'm going? Let me walk. Sir. Easy there, easy. See that, officer?
Don't stick your thing in that they have every right to video just as much as you guys have every right to video, okay?
Oh, man. Hey, give him his phone. Give him his phone. Give him his phone.
Leave them alone, okay?
Give him his phone.
They have every right to be here as well. Don't touch
Man, we...
He said they have every right to be here as well. Don't touch him. It's true. Don't touch him just because you don't agree with his ideology. He was there asking questions and y'all started being dickheads.
Come on down to Ballarat where you can pan for gold and smoke some. Come visit Tassie. Half the fun's getting here, the other half's getting back.
If you're doing a big drive between Melbourne and Sydney, make sure you call past Gundagai and see the
Dog on a tucker box! Holy fuck, it's a dog on a tucker box! South Australia.
Brisbane,
It's hot!
Cairns,
It's fucking hot!
Alice Springs.
It's fucking hot all the fucking time!
Come visit. Come orange, just come visit. Nimbin.
Come and see the 12 apostles! 11 apostles! Come and see the 9 apostles! Jeepers! It's a dog on a top of a...
Come visit Darwin. Please.
No! That's my crackpot! No more school!
Mildura.
Come see Nauru, Manners, and Christmas on with the 3-part super park! Hurry the fuck up and see the dog on the tucker box!
Check out the,
What? That is really cool.
Listen, I know this is going to make some people mad,
But God is about to expose a lot of these big leaders, these big Christians that say that they're part of Christianity, but they're doing a lot of dark things behind scenes. Now, this doesn't only also go for them, but it goes for people like myself too. But God is really going to deal with these people with the big influence. He's going to deal with them because the things that they've been doing behind scenes has been unholy, it's been ungodly, and God is not pleased with it. And so he's going to deal with it. So a lot of people, they get mad. They say, oh, who are you to judge and all this and that. See, people want to go to these type of scriptures because they want to justify people's wickedness. They want to justify people's sins. And that's the problem that we have in America. It's all about don't judge me. Don't say this. Don't try to correct me. Don't say anything. But then at the same time, you're calling yourself a Christian, but you can't even take correction. No, if I'm doing something wrong, I want somebody in the body of Christ to correct me to get back into that narrow path. And so what you're going to see now, you're going to see the voices that's been canceled, the voices that's been looked over finally be raised up. And the ones that had the voices for so many years is going to be put down because why? They will not repent. They will not turn away. They have allowed the fame. They will allow the money. They have been lifted up in pride. And we all know that pride comes before destruction. Trust me, stay in a place with God. Humble yourself. And you do not want to be part of God's wrath or what he's going to allow for America. I tell you guys, there's a pressure that's coming and you're going to have to make a choice who you're going to serve in that moment. God is not pleased of what these mega pastors and preachers are doing. He's about to shut all this stuff down. It's time to wake up.
Several No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they call No Kings?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, I'm not going to get this. A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, fellas, you got to pull this off. And after years, we get it done. No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all.
He said, no, we're not a king at all. And he don't feel like a king at all.
Mr. President, how imminent is an Israeli strike on Iran?
Well, I don't want to say imminent, but it looks like it's something that could very well happen. Look, it's very simple, not complicated. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Other than that, I want them to be successful. I want them to be tremendous. We'll help them be successful. We'll trade with them. We'll do whatever is necessary.
All right, so what President Trump is getting at there is really the hard line has been from this administration and quite a few is that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. The enrichment question is one that's been debated back and forth, even in this current round of negotiations. But the hard line is no nuclear weapon. And the way that President Trump has generally outlined that is the easy way, negotiations, and come to some sort of deal like a JCPOA type arrangement, or the military option, as in the United States and or Israel, maybe together, maybe not, go in and destroy the Iranian nuclear facilities and prevent their ability from developing any sort of nuclear weapon. That is the kind of veiled threat, if that's even veiled at all. I mean, Iran knows exactly what he's talking about when he's saying, I hope they decide to make a deal because the other option would lead to a lot of death and destruction. The challenge here and what we're seeing is this is the United States and Israel hell-bent on Iran not getting a nuclear weapon, something I personally agree with. But the way this is going forward is everybody trying to figure out how far can they move through these negotiations before having to make the determination that military force is going to be required, because you don't want to have to make that decision late. From Iran's perspective, they don't want to sit and wait and hope that the United States is just bluffing and then their nuclear facilities go up in flames and now it's too late and they've got to start over and rebuild. Israel's looking at the same thing. In fact, there was just an article that came out a few weeks ago in the Times of Israel where they say, quote, Bibi, talking about Prime Minister Netanyahu, is waiting for the nuclear talks to collapse and for the moment Trump will be disappointed about the negotiations and opening to giving him the go-ahead, said one of the sources. In that clip we just played, did that not sound like Trump was getting disappointed and frustrated? This was written by Times of Israel like 3 weeks ago. So they kind of saw this coming. They say, according to the sources, the Israeli intelligence community now thinks the nuclear talks could collapse soon after previously believing an agreement was close. One of the sources said the military believes the window to attack Iran may soon slam shut, requiring Israel to move fast if the negotiations do not pan out. And this threat has been there so consistently from Israel and the United States. If negotiations don't work out, military option is on the table. You don't want Iran, if that's actually going to go forward, you don't want that to be a hard and fast. We, on Monday morning, say, I guess the negotiations aren't going to work, we're withdrawing, and then on Tuesday or Wednesday, the military action is carried out, because that gives Iran time to prepare, and they know that it's coming. So there's some indications right now that Iran is getting ready to reject the current negotiations, which might open the door for some sort of military strike.
Guys, we really need to be paying more attention to what might be going on in Iran, because the U.S. does not evacuate embassies or military personnel just for funsies, okay? We just don't do that. And that's what's happening right now. Yesterday, we got word from the State Department that 3 embassies in the region, including Iraq, were being evacuated of non-essential personnel. Overnight, it became known that we were also moving military personnel off of bases in fear of a possible retaliatory strike by Iran should Israel strike their nuclear facilities. That's a lot, okay? Experts are saying that if Israel does this, it would be a potential worst case scenario for the region, and it could also draw the United States into yet another conflict in the Middle East with Iran that, quite honestly, we do not want. Nobody wants this. But we need to be paying more attention, because Iran has already vowed massive retaliation should Israel strike their nuclear facilities with or without U.S. permission, okay? They're going to target American interests in the region.
Do you have anything nice you can say about Ford trucks?
Fords are for men that use Diddy oil.
Okay.
Iran threatens to target U.S. military bases in the region if a conflict breaks out. This comes after Donald Trump said he was less confident about reaching a nuclear deal with Iran. Since April, the two countries have held 5 rounds of talks. The U.S. has multiple bases in West Asia. The largest is located in Qatar. Turkey to export 48 homemade fighter jets to Indonesia. The contract is valued at $10 billion. It includes the production and delivery of the Khan fighter jets over a 10-year period. Turkey's defense sector accounts for a significant share of the country's export revenue. Bangladesh's interim leader Mohammad Yunus says he will step down after the election. Polls in the country are to be held in April next year. Yunus, who is in London, is expected to meet former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia's son. He is the acting chairman of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, which is expected to sweep this election. The Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces claim a key victory, say their fighters have seized a strategic zone on the border with Egypt and Libya. The Sudanese army had announced their withdrawal from this area after accusing Libya of helping the RSF. Lawmakers in Kosovo failed to elect a speaker for the 30th time. The country has been without a government for more than 4 months. In February, the Prime Minister's party won the election but was unable to form a majority government. And in Hong Kong, downloading a mobile game could be a national security crime. In the game, players attempt to overthrow the Chinese Communist regime. It has been developed by a Taiwan-based company. Since the 2019 pro-democracy protests, Beijing has tightened its grip over Hong Kong.
That's a whole lot of stuff going on.
It's a flat earth. They say there's a dome above us, so something enclosing us. They call it the dome. Yeah. So a lot of the religious scriptures talk about the dome above the earth. And then they say the North Pole would be at the center. So there's ice at the North Pole, and then there's a big ice wall. This would be the South Pole. This would be Antarctica. Yeah. Going around the Earth. So your friend, when he flew around the world, he flew around the world, right? So I don't believe that. I don't dispute the fact that he flew around the world. No one has ever circumnavigated the Earth north to south on the ball, round that way, around Antarctica. Really? No one. Is there no reason? Good point. The reason being because it's impossible, because the Earth is not a ball. So lots of circumnavigation east to west and west to east, but nothing going around.
So in this diagram here, can you fall off the edge?
So according to these flat earthers, a lot of these flat earthers,
this is the average flat earth conspiracy.
Yeah. A small amount of people. Some of them would say In fact, most of them would say no because there's a dome within us. So you'd hit the dome, you'd hit the edge, the barrier.
Has anyone ever done that and not recorded it?
No. There's no
Why
proof
not?
of that. There's no proof of that.
Because they're killed?
Because we're not allowed to. The Antarctic Treaty.
For sure.
But this is where it gets interesting.
Can we not see the dome? Like fire something up?
They have. So flat earthers have sent rockets up.
Yeah.
There are a couple of rockets that have been sent up.
Yeah.
And they've hit something. So they flying. They get to about 100. I forgot the figures, but they get to a certain altitude and literally they hit something. Boom, and it just stops.
No. Yeah. Are there videos of that?
Yeah. There are YouTube videos about it with it, where they've sent GoPros on a rocket.
No.
Yeah. Loads.
Obviously, I'm not being insulting when I'm saying this.
Yeah.
That just sounds like what's that movie? The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Because they shoot the outside and they crack the dome to get out the Hunger Games.
Alfie, a lot of the truth is encoded in movies, mate. Generally, this is the accepted model.
Yeah.
There are people who have claimed to have gone beyond. There's a guy called Admiral Byrd.
Oh, yep. Now he's going to go into Admiral Byrd and his flight experience. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Flat Earth or Globe Earth. I can't go to space, and I don't have the money to try to go to space or send any of my own equipment up there. So I can't prove if it's flat or if we're in space on a ball. I can't prove it, so I don't know.
This guy couldn't believe his eyes. While waiting at a traffic light, he saw something that looked like a glitch in the Matrix. The streetlight kept flashing on and off, making the tree in front of him disappear and reappear like a real-life glitch. And he wasn't the only one stunned. Right in front of him, a truck driver had to pull over just to figure out what was happening. It was like they both stumbled into a real-life video game, just when you think you've seen it all.
It's a pretty cool effect that it had. It's two different trees conveniently placed where the light is. It's pretty cool looking.
What the fuck? What's wrong? They got my pictures on display. What the hell? Where did those come from? I don't fucking know. Look at this one. Look at that. Where in the hell did they get that picture at?
I know you're on the beach somewhere.
Motherfuck! I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach someplace else with these motherfuckers. This is bullshit. Look at that! I like to know where in the fuck they got it. This is fucking completely... Hell, I ain't never fuck had a picture made like that before.
You can't buy all those, Granny.
I ain't buying. What the fuck?
She said, I ain't buying them.
Not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell no. Let me see. Where am I? Look, there I am right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah. No.
That's wild. I would have to say that if that were me, I would not be there alone at night anymore. I would always make sure I leave before the last person. Why didn't you just wait for it to cool off a little bit?
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop.
They not playing around, y'all. See, this is what I was talking about. Y'all keep pushing, and they're gonna retaliate like this.
Hey, dude. Shit.
Ooh.
That is an extraordinary piece of technology than anything we have in the U.S. arsenal, and that should be a warning sign.
Video from the Navy showing pyramid-shaped objects flying in the sky.
This extraordinary video and images of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, were leaked to investigative reporter. Reportedly shows 3 pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the coast of California. These UFOs reportedly hovered just 700 feet above the tail of the Navy destroyer, making, quote, extraordinary maneuvers. Show 3 different unidentified aircrafts off the coast of Oceania, including 2 UFOs dubbed the Metallic Blimp and another called the Sphere. A Department of Defense spokesperson said, quote, I can confirm that the referenced photos and videos were taken by Navy personnel. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force has included these incidents in their ongoing examinations. However, the Pentagon was unwilling to confirm, which Corbell says came from the USS Omaha, showing a UFO diving into the ocean and disappearing.
That's so incredibly edited, it's not even funny. Some of it's legit, some of it's like balloons and stuff and ridiculous.
Yet again, another awesome UFO video coming from one of my followers. This is her name, it's UFO Girly, and I saved the video so you'll see the watermark, but she's using a night vision device. So this one's cool because you literally watch this thing change directions. It looks like a satellite and then it literally changes directions. It is awesome, check it out.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. I've never seen anything like this. What? Oh my gosh, guys. It is stopping. Oh my god, and changing direction. I'm literally so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to keep the camera still, but I'm shaking. I'm sorry. No, wait, it's going in a different direction. Oh my god. Oh, I'm shaking so bad. If this doesn't give anybody proof, I don't know what is going to. I'm wondering, can you flash for me? I asked them for something cool and they are literally delivering. But my legs are shaking. Wow. It's still going. This is amazing. I hope I'm not shaking too much. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. See what it does.
That's pretty wild. It was moving pretty much wherever it felt like moving. I'm not sure what it was, but it was definitely something.
Okay, look at this. The sunset is down here on Door Street. But what is this over here? What is that in the sky? They go to sunset down here. How can this be here?
I don't know. How could that be there, sir?
Right now, the FBI says they're investigating a targeted terror attack. It happened this afternoon in Boulder, Colorado during a support event for Israeli hostages. Investigators say a man yelled "Free Palestine," then used a homemade flamethrower and Molotov cocktails to set people on fire. The 6 victims range from ages 67 to 88. One woman says she saw flames covering grass and cement and women rolling on the ground.
What is wrong with people right now? Can everybody just chill out?
Scientists say that 3 city-killing asteroids could be heading to Earth within weeks. Yeah, it's not one of those, in 10,000 years. It's within weeks. Yes, 3 city-killing asteroids could strike Earth within weeks, generating 1 million times more energy than the Hiroshima atomic boom. Now, if you read the book of Revelation, you've heard of the star wormwood falling from heaven and then going into the waters and making 1/3 of the waters bitter. And if you drink from it, you will, not survive. Now, we who are in Christ Jesus know that we do not fear anything like this. And honestly, y'all, we don't trust scientists either. They've gotten it wrong 1 million times, and it just seems like they're trying to distract us from something. It's always a distraction. They say that these things, how many asteroids are supposed to hit Earth here in the last 100 years? A lot. And how many has? None. Isn't it interesting that they compared it to the Hiroshima bomb? And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, could they manually, create something that appears to be, to throw people off or to, now I'm really thinking, hold on, y'all, let me cook. To make people think that it really did come from space, and then that'll take your attention off of God. That's interesting.
This big bug came through the screen door on our deck, and he's standing over me. His little triangle face opens up and these jaws open up and he starts tugging chunks of flesh off of me, from my cheeks, my shoulders, and he's flinging it.
What?
And there's blood splashing. He wanted me to know that they could rip me to shreds if they wanted to, but they couldn't get to my soul.
Wanted him to know he could rip him apart, but he couldn't get to his soul.
What's your badge number? I'm giving you a warning. No, warning about what? I'm asking you a question. What's gonna hurt? What's gonna hurt? There's 40 millimeters. Why are you gonna shoot a fucking 40 millimeter to someone 3 feet away who's asking your badge number? What am I doing? Huh?
Yo, pay attention to this guy's eyes throughout this video.
Huh? Huh? Go ahead. What is it? I'm behind glass. What is your name and badge number? You work for us. What is your badge number? What is your name and serial number? I'm behind glass. What is your badge number? What is your name and serial number? Why'd you rip the name off your helmet? One more time. What's your badge number? All right. Hey, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. What's your badge number? It's okay. I'm gonna pop you right now because you're taking up my focus.
That hurts. Something massive was caught blocking the moon last night. Clear and undeniable. At exactly 12:15 a.m. A TikTok user recorded what appears to be a large object passing directly in front of the moon, completely interrupting its glow with a sharp, defined silhouette. This wasn't a cloud, it wasn't a plane, and the shape, too smooth, too deliberate. What's even more bizarre is that just last week I made a video about a strange object in the sky that many said looked like a second planet, possibly Nibiru. And now, this new sighting shows the same exact characteristics. A dark body, no visible propulsion, and a silent glide through the sky. Both events happened in the same region of the sky and share eerie similarities. Coincidence?
The one that you're looking at right now, with whatever's passing in front of the moon, that's another incog video. And as we know around here, incog videos are great, they're super cool to look at, but they are all edited with AI.
A dazzling light has flashed across the sky in Sydney, the glowing meteor soaring past the city around 6 o'clock last night. The bright green fireball is caused by a mass of rock burning up inside the Earth's atmosphere. Scientists saying it could have ranged in size between a tennis ball and a basketball.
Nice. Somebody caught that? That's super cool.
Did you see that people were kind of freaking out the other day, posting pictures and videos of the sun from all over the US because they said it looked completely unnatural? Well, if you missed it, a ton of people posted videos of the sun because it looked like this, and they immediately came to the conclusion that it was weird, unnatural, and maybe not even the sun at all. According to a scientific explanation, the sun's light was being dispersed through smoke from the Canada wildfires, which actually makes sense because if you remember, the sun looked similar during the California wildfires. But where it gets really strange is that the people who were recording also claimed that they saw the sun setting in an entirely different location, or even had video footage of them catching two suns in the sky. This has led to an entire wave of theories, from some believing that that wasn't the sun in the sky that day, but instead some sort of celestial body or planet entering our atmosphere, to others theorizing that a fake sun or sun simulator was placed in our sky without anyone knowing. Now, I personally didn't get to see the sun looking like this, so I don't really have much of an opinion on this topic, but leave a like and let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a second sun? Do you think it's Nibiru? Do you think it's a sun simulator? I have no idea. I think it's a sun dog.
Say it. Say it. You can say it.
But why?
Burno! Burno! Parker, come here, big boy. Come here. All right, Parker. Look, give everybody a hand.
Yeah, that would have been super cool if my dad did that for a living when I was young. Alrighty, well, that's all we got for today, everybody. I hope you had a good time hanging out. I had a pretty good time hanging out. Hope that everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you. We had some pretty cool clips, some pretty weird clips, and some pretty serious clips. Then go ahead and hit that like and hit that subscribe for me. If not, it's cool, you know, no big deal. But thanks everybody for the support every time I post one of these videos. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the likes, you know, all the shares that you guys do. And, you know, try to get another one up for you guys tomorrow. Till next time, peace.